But growing emotionally starts with you. You have to start with yourself. And so coming to a conference like this, doing things that's going to help you. And if a person is in your life and doesn't tolerate or appreciate or accept your growth, actually, they'll leave you before you leave them. Because as you start to grow, thank you for the 15-minute warning. I feel like I'm at a football game. We have to move on. Spiritual, I'm not going to do a whole lot with this, but I know the three things in my life that have helped me to grow spiritually: silence, solitude, and simplicity. You have to be able to sit still and know who you are. I love what the word said this morning about self-knowledge, being confident in yourself. You know, a lot of us, we talked about earlier, are walking on the ends of strings that someone else is pulling. The only person that you ever have to matter to in life is you. That sounds selfish, but it is not. You will never grow and thrive unless you can love, understand, and know yourself first. Because if you do not do that, you will be showing up broken in every relationship you ever enter into. Is it hard work? Yes, it is. Most people can't sit still for 2 seconds because all the demons show up when you sit still. Everything you repressed, everything you suppressed all your life is going to come up to the surface, but invite it. It's crying for attention. You've pushed it down and pushed it down. We do things like we smoke, we drink, we shop, we sex, but we don't sit still. You must do it if you want to grow. All right, so I'm not going to talk a whole lot about spirituality. Everyone has their own path or his own path. I think it's also important with spirituality is knowing that something exists beyond you. You're not here for yourself. I know it sounds like a contradiction. You know yourself, but you're not selfish. You're here. It's the whole multiverse. Forget the universe that we can tend to. And it's not just about serving our own needs. All right. In my practice also, I say this a lot. If only people always get stuck. If only I'd have done this. If only I'd have in the past. And that's the source of depression. When you're thinking about what I could have done, what I should have done, what I didn't do differently. This person did this to me. If only she hadn't did this right. If only he had done this. If my mother had loved me more. That's depression. But living in the future is the source of anxiety. What if? This didn't happen today. The only time that's real is right now. I could drop dead literally. Prepared. I could right the next second. Nothing is promised to us. I say all the time, life is short and death is long. Live now. What are you waiting for? We try to please people. I think one of the biggest forms of bondage, also in my practice, is a preoccupation with what will they say? What will other people think if I do this or do that? Who gives a shit? Nobody. When you really wake up and realize that nobody cares, it's written, nobody. Most people are self-obsessed, self-absorbed, and you look in the mirror, you're like, oh my God, my shirt is this, I got this little pimple on my face. I was in the first store yesterday, yeah, I'm afraid. So I was in the first store yesterday, I was like, oh God, they got a Second Avenue first store in New Jersey. I was in there like, I ain't gonna tell you how long. So there's a woman, she's beautiful. She had this flowing hair. I'm not sure what culture she was from. And she was obsessed with a pimple on her face, like literally, she was young. It was one pimple, and I looked at her, I said, your hair is so gorgeous, she was beautiful. She said, oh, I mean, think of nobody can, they're all in here. So if you can live for yourself, not selfishly, but you know, whatever you want to do it. As long as it's not fattening, no. You know, if it's not going to hurt someone else, if you move through the world, we say with integrity and with love, there's no way you can go wrong. People can like you or not. The other important thing is that you must have boundaries. We don't have boundaries, guys. Our boundaries are very porous. We let any and everything and everybody in, but you have to know it's a complete sentence. I tell people all the time, what part did you not understand, the N or the O? No, it's complete. It has a period at the end of it. Did you have to be apologizing about saying, no, if you can't do it, you can't do it. But this need to please, I have to be this for everybody because it makes me feel good. People don't care. Put them out. People don't care. They don't. Do yourself. All right. I'm going to keep I can't keep this up because I got to move. So what we're going to think about the self-care action plan. Think of the physical, the intellectual, emotional, and the spiritual. Okay? Take a picture of that. I want you to think about what you're doing now in these areas. And then what's your new practice? And in that, I can't leave out the barriers because as you try to grow and change, Lord, people are not going to want that. They want you exactly the way you are. So they can either control you or now you're predictable. But when you grow, it's a solitary path, man. That process of individuation. Stephanie, someone asked about family this morning. No. I have a huge biological family, but family for me is not determined through biology. I think biology is overrated, and we claw after people and like, oh my God, this is my mom, it's my sister, I have to do this, I have to do that. You don't. Your family is whoever, where you find love. My mother and I had a horrible relationship until she was on her deathbed, thank God they got transformed. I had a surrogate mother. You know, my mother didn't come to my PhD graduation, but my other mother was there. Okay, you don't, we get trapped because of these thoughts that we have on our head that just because it's my mother or sister, I got 10 minutes. I love you. 10 minutes. But yeah, no, biology is not defined, I mean, family is not defined through biology. That's one level of thinking about it. There are many other ways of finding family. Can I do what? To the other one? All right, let's do that real quick. How much time do you spend with yourself? Do you take time for proper rest and relaxation? We talked about that. Or do you drive yourself unmercifully? If you're a human doing, you drive yourself. You need more and more achievement in order to feel okay about yourself. If you're willing to love and accept yourself unconditionally, you will allow yourself time to just be. Just talking about that. So I wrote that because there was a time in my life when I didn't love myself very clearly. And now it's like, it's nothing like it, guys. It's the essence of freedom. If you want to be free, find a way to, not just love yourself. It is everything. My life is, I don't care what comes, it doesn't matter. I'm here. I'm grounded in me. I know me well. And there's nothing I would trade that for. Nothing, not money, because I'm free.